Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula and today let's talk about purchasing Goyard items online. There is quite a big of an assumption going around that you could not purchase Goyard items online, only from the boutique in person. But it actually is very much possible to purchase Goyard items online without having a relationship with a Goyard employee or an SA or something like that. Goyard calls it distant sales. And in this video, I want to share my personal experience with the distant sales process and how it still ended up being a fail to me. The thought for this video would have been me sharing how the distant process of purchasing online for Goyard items goes, my experience of it, and then kind of revealing what I actually purchased via distant sales or online. This is the shopping bag of my Goyard St. Louis tote, which is not new. I purchased it from Italy in the summer 22. I have a video of that. I will link that unboxing and all kind of other videos of that tote bag if you are interested. So this is the shopping bag of that, but I thought there should be some green props in this video. But I still can share the whole process of the distant sales to the point where I kind of dropped off and kind of share what the fail for me with that process was. And yeah, anyway, just kind of share the information of how it would go if you would want to purchase online from Goyard. I still want to kind of point out that I'm not an expert. As mentioned, my experience kind of failed, and it wasn't really due to Goyard in such, more of myself. Plus, I live in Europe, so the experience in the US or in some other continent might be very much different than from this one. So it's only based on one person's experience. So keep that in mind during this. So starting from the beginning, I purchased my first Goyard item in the summer of 22. I love my St. Louis tote. Actually, why shouldn't we have a look at it at the same? So yeah, I absolutely love this bag. I love the Goyard print. Is it called Goyardine? I might be mistaken. And for me, this still looks neutral, even though it's covered in monogram or logos. But I've just absolutely loved this bag. Everything about it, the looks, the size, everything. And I have to say, like, that tote left me on a bit of a Goyard craze. Can't really lie. So last autumn, I felt like I would want to look at what else Goyard has that I would be interested in. Still kind of knowing that, I don't know, when I would be going to a country that has a Goyard store, purchasing Goyard pre-owned is a bit silly because people are actually asking quite a lot for those items, in my opinion. And I understand where it comes from. It's because of the exclusivity and the thought that you can only buy in person from the boutique, and there isn't that many boutiques in the world. So they've managed to play the game that way, the exclusivity game, I mean. So that has led into items being very much overpriced, in my opinion, on the pre-owned market. So I didn't want to buy anything pre-owned. But anyway, so I went on their website, started looking at what I would like to have that wouldn't be like massively expensive. But while looking on the website, I found this link that said distant sales. I went in and looked at it, and it basically it's not really a traditional online store in a way that you could immediately add to cart something, but there was a form where you could fill in what item you are interested in, and all of that. So just kind of asking from them, do they have the item, what colors, pricing, because Goyard doesn't reveal the prices online, which I kind of can understand why not, but yet again, why wouldn't they? Because, well, anyway, so I at least asked for the prices of the item that I was interested in. And so the thing that I was looking at is this pouch. I will have it somewhere around me. And I have some kind of green craze going on. So the green was something I was most interested in, but I do also realize that it was sometime in November and Christmas season and everything. So I kind of also wanted to look at some other colors. So I love the burgundy one and then the gray one. So basically when I filled out the form, I said that I'm interested in this pouch in these colors. Would they happen to have any of those 3 colors in stock? And how much would that cost and what would it mean to ship to Finland? It's basically what I wrote. Now I will take my laptop because I have some notes on dates and such. I sent out the form on the 9th of November. And I did get an auto reply immediately that the form has been received and someone will get back to me and so on. And then days went on and I heard nothing. I do understand that it's not like something that maybe they are there looking at that form every hour, and understandably if the whole world is doing this distance sales thing through that, so there might be a lot of requests, but yeah, I didn't hear anything in a while. And then I started Googling. I went to some kind of discussion forums and people were sharing their experiences that they actually never heard back from the distance sales and so on. So I was like, okay, not really keeping my hopes up. But on the 22nd of November, I got a reply. So basically there was like 2 weeks-ish in between from when I sent out the form to when I actually got a reply. And that person, whoever replied to me, they actually shared a list of all the sizes and prices of this pouch, because the pouch comes in different sizes. So I actually got a list of all of the sizes and the prices reflecting to that specific size. And there was also added information on personalization, for instance, and so on. So kind of already giving a lot of information regarding that. There was also some information regarding payment. So that could be done via bank transfer or an instant payment link, which what I understood at that point would be like clicking on a link and filling in credit card details. And as I was asking what would it cost to ship to Finland, this is a direct quote from that email. The relative shipping costs for any address based in Finland will depend on your order. They include transport and all applicable insurance. So, okay, great. So even though I asked for the smallest size of these pouches, they provided all the extra information, which I think is great, so that there wouldn't be a lot of like back and forth with the emails if I would suddenly want to know more of the other sizes as well, and so on. But I did ask specifically how much would it cost to ship to Finland, like the smallest one. But then they gave this very generic response of depends on what you buy. Fine. I replied to that saying, okay, I'm still interested in the smallest one in the green color, and I would want to have the instant payment link. I don't want to do bank transfer. And like what to do next. I still didn't know how much the shipping would cost. And after that email, it took them 6 days to reply back again. So this is definitely not like instant messaging. It takes a while for this to kind of happen. So in that email I received, there was a form that needed to be signed by me. And the form had information on the item that I wanted, like the name and color and quantity, and the price of that item, which was 420 euros if I probably didn't mention that yet. So that was the price of the smallest pouch. And then they also had collected my like personal details, because I have purchased from Goyard before, so they do have like my personal details. I hadn't given them my home address yet and so on, so they had those in their system because I already am in their system. So all of that information was in that form. And in that one I saw the price for shipping. And can you guess what that was? It was 70 euros. So I would have needed to pay 70 euros for shipping and insurance, fine, but basically for shipping for a 420 euro item. Kind of reflecting this on purchasing from other luxury stores online, that others offer completely free shipping and returning. Some might charge like 10 euros or something, and I'm completely okay of paying for shipping, because then I know that there will be a proper shipping and insurance and tracking and all of that, because these are expensive items. So like 10 euros here and there doesn't really make a difference. 70 euros for me, for such a like small light item, it felt a lot. Well, also in that email there was the link to pay with credit card, so the payment link. And I was actually abroad when I received this email, so I did not really click on the link then. I was a bit hesitant with shipping costs, so I was just kind of like, I'm not gonna do this while I'm abroad. Anyway, I need to really think about it, because the shipping is a lot more than I truly expected it to be, and so on. Basically, when I got home from my trip abroad, I tried to click on the payment link just to see like what are they asking, what's in there, and the link didn't work anymore. So maybe this instant payment link had some kind of like timing of when it's valid, and after that it won't be valid anymore. But the email didn't tell how long it would be valid at that point. So as the link didn't work anymore, I would have needed to get back to that email chain. Obviously, I would have needed to get back anyway, because there was this form that they wanted me to sign. And that would have been easy, but then kind of getting a new payment link and so on, I would have needed to do that. So I kind of started to really think about the whole thing. And in the end, I did not end up contacting them again. Because for me personally, paying that much for shipping of such a small light item with the value of what it is, 70 euros out of 420 euros or something, that's a lot. So I felt that the shipping was too much for the value of the item, that I kind of wasn't ready to spend altogether like 500 euros almost of this combination of getting the pouch, which would kind of have been like nice to have in a way, and not by any means something I needed or anything like that. So I ended up not really going through this whole distance sales process. But I still wanted to share the story behind it, because it is truly possible to purchase Goyard stuff online without having a proper relationship with a person from the boutique. So you can just go on their website and fill out the distance sales form, ask what you're looking for, and then hope that they get back to you with their response. But the emails were very informative, excluding the shipping cost, which I don't understand. Is this like the lowest level of shipping cost? Like, well, anyway. So there was like a lot of information, and they did provide, as mentioned, even more information regarding prices and sizes of the other pouches of that same like style. So there definitely was like really nice feeling in those emails, very polite And whenever the person replied to me, there was a lot of information that got the process going. So I didn't even need to maybe ask all the questions that they provided answers to already. So in that way, all good. So my kind of recommendation here would be, if you are interested in purchasing something from Goyard and want to go through this like distant sales process because maybe you don't have a store or boutique next to you, then maybe don't be in a hurry with your purchase and order, because it might take somewhat time to actually get someone to reply to you, to actually even start the conversation with them. And then be very quick if you choose the instant payment link of actually paying, because as mentioned, I don't know how long that was valid, but it wasn't valid within the next like 2 days or so. So maybe I should have actually been there immediately, clicking on the link and paying if I would have wanted to. But yet again, they didn't really provide me with the information of how long it's valid. But anyway, so kind of be patient, but still like it is possible, which is great, because I feel like Goyard, they are still doing this like online sales in their own way, with a person clearly like they're responding and all of that. So they don't want to take this to like this massive online web shop type of thing, but it's still possible to purchase items if you are into them. So all in all, can I say I recommend it or not? Well, I didn't go through the whole process, but yet again, this is maybe more my thing than Goyard's thing, that I feel like the shipping cost was just too big considering the value of what I would have purchased. So I'm kind of like, oh, maybe just be patient and go to somewhere where there is a Goyard store and purchase from there, possibly if I kind of feel like it, and kind of skip that shipping free altogether from that. But otherwise, it's great that Goyard also offers this possibility, so that we all don't need to be excluded from the world of Goyard. That's it. Sorry, by the way, that this had this type of ending and not kind of like a positive, or even the whole process altogether. But even though my experience was a fail, I still wanted to share how the starting point went. My guess is that if I would have paid in time and sent them the form, then I would have received like a tracking once they've shipped it, and that would have been it. Because I don't really know what else there would have been at that point. Maybe my pouch is waiting for me on our next trip to Paris, who knows? Have you purchased Goyard items through distant sales? Would you happen to have an experience from start to the end? Please, let's continue in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.